Hey, good morning, everyone. Rory Powers, Right Line Trading. Hope everyone had a nice weekend. This broadcast is for demonstration, educational purposes only. It's important to know that I am not a licensed financial advisor, not offering any type of trading advice here today. We're here to showcase our automated bots here at Right Line Trading. Thanks for joining us. Hope you had a great weekend. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. We can't take any responsibility for any losses incurred while you're trading. Tell you what, while we've got our browser up, let's take a quick look at the Forex Factory calendar. Wow, what a crazy weekend we had with the geopolitical unrest in Iran and across the really most of the Middle East is really a catalyst event that is affecting the markets. And we'll be able to see once the market opens this morning just how big of an effect they're having. But today, Monday, March 2nd, as if we need any more catalyst events, I don't think we do. We have scheduled today at 9:30, that's in Canada, 9:45, final manufacturing PMI. That's a yellow folder, low impact. We're not going to concern ourselves with that one. But the next one, we're going to govern ourselves accordingly. It's a red folder report, high impact. And that's the ISM Manufacturing PMI, 10 a.m. ISM Manufacturing PMI, red folder. ISM Manufacturing Prices, orange folder. And those are the two main reports that are both coming out at 10 a.m. That we're going to have to pay attention to. Now, it wasn't all bad news over the weekend. I wanted to show a personal picture. We had celebrated a beautiful birthday party for my little girls, 3 and 7. Sergio's two handsome sons were there as well. And I'll tell you, I think we had every one of the kids in the neighborhood. The whole gang was there, and Minnie Mouse. And it was just such a joy to see everybody, all the kids, enjoying themselves and having a good time at the party. They had played games, hit the piñatas, scored a lot of candy, danced, sang. They had the magic show. What else? It was a great time. They also had some pretty good food to eat, but we thought we were going to get rained out. We prayed because my wife had put so much time and effort into making it a special memory for our daughters. So at the first 45 minutes of the party, it was just pouring rain. We were afraid nobody would come because it was outside under a pavilion. But sure enough, the rain stopped. God heard our prayers, and the rest of the party was beautiful. It was nice, no rain, and the kids just had the time of their lives. So, not all bad news this weekend. Thank you, Alejandro. Thank you, my friend. That's what it's all about. So let's take a look at the leaderboard. How has this geopolitical event affected the bots? We're going to take a look at the overall market since it opened after the session break at 6 p.m. last night. But number one on our leaderboard is gold. Gold, the gold retirement plan. What we did is we're running that gold strategy on the retirement plan template, which is a 20 Unorenco template. I've also set up another template for crude oil, and I made it kind of similar to the moneymaker. just to see how it would do. It's running in this SimCL account, and the price of oil has been extremely volatile. I was reading that Iran is trying to close down that portion of the ocean that's part of the global oil supply. Hormuz or Hormuz, forgive my pronunciation, but there has been a 7 or 8% rise in the price of crude oil. They're afraid it's going to get even greater. So the prices of oil are volatile. Gold is moving up nicely, creating some really nice trading opportunities. So we will keep an eye on those two instruments. Let's take a look and see. Let's start with the E-mini. We'll go back to where the market opened. Here it is. You can see the big gap down at the market open. We went from 68.74 on the S&P, and it looks like the market opened at around 68.24. We're currently at 68.05. So after the gap down, we had a retracement that filled in some of the gap, and then a big leg down during the Asian session. And once the London session opened, we got to move back up, and now we're right back at the VWAP at 68.05 on the S&P 500. All right, let's take a look at the NASDAQ. On the 20-unit Renko. The NASDAQ on our 20U, let's scroll back. I could see that big gap down coming. A lot of volatility. When you see this many candles, that means there's a lot of volatility. We're going to be cautious, especially trading a 30 range. A 30 range on the NASDAQ may create a lot of whipsaw. I think I'm going to be focusing on the 20-unit Renko, our Mack truck. Good morning, Harley user. And our retirement plan. We're going to play the leaderboard as it unfolds. But you can see the tremendous gap down when the session opened last night. And pretty much like the E-mini, we had a retracement, filled in the gap, then the big leg down, and now we're right back at the VWAP. So we'll see how this plays out at 9:30. Right now, what the leaderboard looks like is gold. Gold is number one, numero uno. We have the Mack truck, the 20-unit Renko. Now, I know that they've suspended, or at least I think that Apex has suspended trading gold. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. I wish you were here to invite you to enjoy it, my friend. It was a great time. Everybody had a good time. It was really a nice party. But seeing the kids happy, there's no feeling better than that. God is smiling down. The Revo. Let me tell you, those ES spots on the Revo They start almost every morning. I just saw that. They came out with a new website and new rules, and I need to read up on it, Harley. It does. It does, Mike. I need to make myself do my due diligence, Harley. I saw the changes came out, and I need to read them. The ES8U. They did send an email over the weekend that goes into details that I'm going to read, and tomorrow I'll be much more up to date. I apologize. Our Sim Austin moneymaker is already up $412. The ES scalper is in a trade now, and that's how the leaderboard looks. Sim 101 is my ES. 1 day pass trading just one contract. So good luck, everybody. What I've done is I've got my trade copier. Going to go a lot more conservative. I had bought a bunch of accounts during the 90% sale and kind of broke my own rules last week. And I'm going to make the change and get disciplined again. So we've got 3 fresh accounts. And what I do is I choose from my leaderboard the bots that I feel the most comfortable trading during this session. I have my retirement plan on the NASDAQ. I don't believe that Apex is allowing us to trade gold, or I would pick that one. I have my Mac truck, which is up 595, which might be a good bet. Those takes the trades right. That bot takes the trades right through the 50. The ES best bot, ES star. I've got my ES scalper is up 375, and my NQ retirement plan I mentioned. Good luck, everybody. There's the opening bell. We're going to be extremely cautious, especially on a 30 range NASDAQ chart. The E-mini, the NQ20Us are the ones I'm feeling the best about, but it's all about the numbers. Watch this Mack truck long right through the 50. There it goes. We closed off in Monday session. The Mack truck did very well. Here we go. Look at this. Going to get into the leapfrog. There we go. Mack truck is up 685. Very quick. Whoa. The 30 range just launched. Okay, interesting to see. DeRevo on the 150 range. Let's pivot to that. I like the higher time frames. I think there's going to be a lot of volatility in today's market, today's session. Look at this 150. Trade this thing. And the market does not like those gaps. That gap down it took last night. We could get some movement to the upside to fill in that gap overnight, which I believe is what it's doing now. Good morning, Rao. Good morning, Tess. That's weird. Trade safely. Um, I would try it maybe in a incognito window. Maybe you're cached in some weird way. Getting a big move up here. Leapfrog is in. Let's see if we get some follow through to the upside. Leapfrog is looking good. Came back. Let's pivot back to the 150 range. NQ retirement plan's up 381. Let's put it on the NQ retirement plan. And the Mack truck. Let's take a quick look at our E-mini. Ooh, look at the E-mini scalper long. Look at the E-mini scalper long. Oh, wow. How long does this last? Let's try to get in it. What I could do if I want to get in that trade long is I could squeeze the trade so it stops out. And now it'll pop me in on a long trade here. Then we're in. Just don't know how long this market's going to continue to go up. I'm going to play it safe today. And kind of scalp an ES scalper entry for a $250 gain across my accounts. A nice easy trade to start a day that could get very ugly. I like to scalp that ES scalper when the market's in a trend. The NQ30 will look like it's a lot of whipsaw, but it's steady going up. I like to ride that ES8 Unirenko and try to get my daily profit goal on it. Here it's coming back. I didn't think it would be long before that happened, to be honest. This could set up nicely for a retirement plan entry. Here we go. Watch the retirement plan. AINQ 30, 20 Unorenco. A bounce off the 50. Let's go to the retirement plan. We got some upside resistance, but that's a textbook retirement plan entry. Bam, and now it's in. Got the retracement and the bounce right off the 50. See if there's any follow through. Came right back down. The Mack truck takes this short. If it breaks through the 50, the Mack truck will be in short. Good morning. Retirement plan again. Getting a lot of sideways action here. It's very choppy. Let's pivot over to crude oil. Crude oil's headed down. $71 a barrel. Had a big jump overnight. Sorry about that. Watch the Mack truck short. Mack truck short. This could be a beauty. Right down to the VWAP. Price has not been able to break through that 50. It's a big area of support. There it goes. This could take a ride here. Maybe if it gets through. Didn't make it yet. Took a loser there. Excuse me. Sorry about that. We got a great day of trading lined up today. We got Mark Miller, owner of Right Line Trading. It's Miller time at 10:30. It'll be 5 o'clock somewhere, but it's Miller time, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, right here on this live stream, followed by our professional options trader, David Wise. He's been killing it with those UMCAT trades, those out of the money catalyst trades. And today might be the day. I'm tempted to get in there myself and watch David with those catalyst trades. The money he's been making with those is incredible. NQ 1 day pass scored. That bot waits till 9:45 to trade. It got in at 9:45, right at the perfect time. Let's take a look at that entry. The 1 day pass are our bots whose sole purpose is to pass an evaluation. Look at this long entry it took, right at 9:45. That's when it starts. Our historical trade performance shows that 9:45, it has a high winning percentage. The market has kind of settled down from the opening bell. It took a 10 contract trade long and barely took any heat whatsoever. That thing just went straight up through the profit goal. It just jumped in again. Took another long trade. Bam, hit 2 in a row. That NQ 1 day pass, if you're looking for an evaluation to get across the finish line in quick order, that same strategy on trading just one contract, which is far less aggressive, far more conservative, since it's only trading one contract, is up a very, very nice $800. The ES bot leading the way is the Revo ES10 range. We were able to get our profit goal. Look at the ES scalper now. The ES scalper is gone. Up $600-700. I saw it earlier with these high volume candles headed long, and I was able to get a in and out trade of $250 across all 3 of my accounts. Hey, Donna. Well, Donna, the way our methodology works, I'm glad you brought that up. Maybe it was you who left that review over the weekend. We have what we call our best bots. Our best bots. And our best bot will simultaneously scan all of our NASDAQ bots and only trade the most profitable one. So it basically takes all of the guesswork. Takes all of the guesswork out of choosing which bot to trade. So the NQ Best Bot will simultaneously scan every single one of our NASDAQ bots and only trade the one that provides you the best, statistically, the best chance of being profitable. In fact, I ran the February trade results just prior to this session, and the NQ Best Bot was number one for the month of February, just under $10,000 in profits, trading just one contract. And that eliminates any type of guesswork as to which one to trade. Our developer, Sergio, really thought outside the box, knowing that it's a challenge when you're running a portfolio of bots to pick the winner. Our system will automatically latch on to the most profitable one in the entire portfolio and just trade that one bot, Donna. So it does all of the choosing for you. Thanks for joining us on the webinar. I think if you watch it again, you'll see how I explain the best bots. Tony C. Yeah, Donna, listen, I'm going to put our phone number here so I can answer all of your questions. Give us a call once my live stream finishes. I'll put the office phone number here. Thanks for joining us. I hope you have a great day. The Revo 150 range is leading the way. No, it's not. Our AI Auto, the ODP, the NQ30 range ODP trading one contract is up 965 today. The 1 day pass out of the box is up 5,000. Hit 2 1 day passes, 2 winning trades back to back. The Bushwhacker, welcome. What's hot and what's not? A Pelosi bot. I like that. I saw they have a service, a website that tracks the trades of the politicians. All right, trade safely. Glad to hear that. Revo ES30 is in a trade right now. We're getting a little bit of a retracement back to the 50 on our E-mini and our NASDAQ. Actually, we just broke through the 50 on the NASDAQ on our 20U. This could be a retirement plan long here. Tony C, the 8U, the 2U using the Revo charts, you know, the one with the C2 indicator? Yeah, it seems to move too fast. If absolutely with this volatility, what I would recommend doing, Tony, is going to a bigger Unirenko bar. This 2060 100 is moving nicely on the NASDAQ. Maybe on the ES, go to an 82040 on the E-mini and a 1060 100 on the NASDAQ. Here comes a Mack truck long. Here comes a Mack truck long. Let's see if it goes. I always like to bring my profit goal just below resistance. I want it to have a clear shot right to my profit target. It'll also kick in my leapfrog a little bit quicker, which is really what I want because that brings my stop up and takes all the risk off of the move. The minute that stop moves up and takes the risk off, you can kind of exhale and let it do its thing. Until that happens, there's a little anxiety there, a little stress I find for myself. That's my downfall as a trader is my emotions. So if I could just sit on my hands and let it do its thing, if we get a nice trade, it does a great job of managing it by taking the risk off and doing the leapfrog to capture a runner if the market allows it. Things got a little choppy on us here. We're going to take a look at the gold market here in just a second. Here's gold. The bot we have running on gold is our gold retirement plan. Let's put it up. Gold is the retirement plan is up 700. Gold is trading at 53.43, 53.44. Look at the Sim 1 contract ODP on the NQ. It's up 1175. Are we on tick charts? What we're looking at here is a 30 range on the NASDAQ. And we're looking at a 20U. Here's this one contract ODP strategy. I think we put the leapfrog in it. ES scalpers back in. They're both the range chart and the 20-unit Renko are calculated in ticks, not time. $10. Here's that red folder report. This is, oops, sorry. Let me bring up the Forex Factory. We started the session off by looking at the news reports that would be coming out. And the ISM manufacturing PMI just came out. Not a good idea to trade through these reports, especially a red folder report. I'm going to try this week to trade a number of different data series for crude oil. Normally we don't trade crude, but with the current geopolitical unrest in the Middle East, I think I'm going to experiment around with different templates, different data series timeframes to see if we can get something running on crude. This is a trade that crude is currently in on a test bot on a 30 range. 30 range. But it's looking at a 30 range bar. Sure, I could help you with that. That's no problem. In fact, for the ES 82040, if you have an NQ 82040 up, you could just go to the top left corner and switch the ES to the NQ. That one's easy. The other one, I think you have a template. No, a 2060-100, not a 1060-100. But I can give you a hand. If you could give me a call after the live stream, I'd be happy to help you, Tony. Nothing doing on crude oil. We'll keep playing around with it. Let's go back to the ES scalper. That gave us a couple of nice entries today. It's all the way up top. There it is. Another one. The ES scalper, if you're joining us late, that's the bot that I used to get to my profit goal, my $250 profit goal. We saw it trending up at around 935, 940. It was right here in this window. These crosses that you see on my chart, that's a confluence indicator looking at a number of different indicators. And our software has defined risk at being the lowest when you see those crosses kick in. If you have the strategy enabled, it will fire off a trade. If you don't have the strategy enabled, we have an indicator that fires off the X or the cross. And those crosses can be extremely accurate entry signals. If you're somebody that likes to execute trades on a discretionary basis and you want to pull the trigger yourself, doing it when you see those crosses is a really good time. This spot's doing really well today. This ODP on one contract, we put in the leapfrog on it. I didn't think the 30 range would have a chance today, but this one's done really well. It's not trading. Here's another signal D. The last signal D was a winning trade. Here's another one. We're in our profit window. No risk on this with the potential for a leapfrog. Oh, there we go. All right. Got a nice little winner there. We're up 1150. We got two signal D entries in a row. That's what I call the ebb and flow of the market. Here comes another one. 3 in a row. Nope, didn't take it. It's going to retest resistance. Mike, I would have Brock take a look at it. Brock's calendar is open. Give him, get on his calendar. It's in Discord, and have him look at it. Sergio is right there to help him as well. We want you in the game, sir. Come on, break through resistance. Scared. Let's see if we break resistance. We're getting some upside selling pressure right there. We got a liquidity zone right at 24,905. There it goes. This could take a leg. This could take a ride to the upside. Our ES scalper is running the score up. Here we go. We got some bullish hammer candles. Some high volume hammers. The buyers are stepping in. Ooh, a lot of whipsaw there. A sweep. Yeah. The MNQ power play is up 322. Here's a long trade. It's another signal D entry. These have been working well for this bot today. Excuse me. Love to see it fly right through resistance here. Here we go. We're going sideways here. Just going to retest it. There we go. Here comes a pop to the upside. Bam. Got the signal C on the pivot break. This one could take a ride. Here we go. Come on, push up. Ah. Oh, I had that beautiful blue high volume candle. Well, the E-mini bots are really dominating the leaderboard with exception to our one-day pass template and our Revo 150 range. Just got wicked out. Here, let's see. Let's see if this one goes. Our stop might be too tight. In this environment, we might need to give it more room on the 30 range. Let's check out the MNQ, that power play. MNQ, power play. There it is. This is trading four micros on the MNQ. This strategy is called the power play. Very similar to the leapfrog. Has the same type of trade management. Trading 4 micros. This bot is up $576 this session. Completely hands-free. Just jumped right back in. ES scalpers headed straight up. Let's take a look and see what the stock market's doing. Can I show the instrument in bold on the chart? Oh, the background. Wow, Palantir and NVIDIA are crushing it today. Holy moly. The Dow is down 0.2%. The S&P down 0.17. Modestly. The NASDAQ is down 0.25%. But the chip stocks are doing extremely well. Gold is doing well. Silver is about break even. Down a little bit. Yes, MDS. Inside of our strategy parameters, great question. Right inside of our strategy parameters, if I bring them up real quick just to show you, I can set a value for my daily profit loss limit and my daily profit goal. And once one of those values are reached, the bot will automatically stop trading. We also have what we call our trail session loss limit, where if we do say a 2-to-1, we only want to risk 400, but we want to have a profit goal of 800. And let's say you go up 600. If you have this trail session loss limit checked, it'll only allow you to give back 400 of those $600 that you made. So the worst case scenario, once you get to plus 200, the system will stop trading. You can also calculate it per account or per strategy. So if you're trading multiple bots on the same account, it'll look across multiple bots that you're trading on that same account and take these values into consideration and automatically stop trading. Great question. Wow. I'm impressed. You're pretty savvy. You must have experience with these bots. That's a great question. We could do it either way. The more conservative way to do it is to close at as soon as you reach your profit or loss, and that would be an unrealized gains. If this is checked, the minute you reach them, it'll close the open position you're in and stop trading. The more aggressive way to do it is to uncheck this, and it will only take into consideration realized profits. So it's totally up to you whether you want it to calculate on realized gains or unrealized gains. Coming up in just 10 to 12 minutes. Stay tuned. You don't have to move a muscle. We've got Mark Miller. We refer to it as Miller time. Really exciting to watch. Always a lot of fun. He'll be coming on at 10:30 to also showcase the automated bots. And then we have our professional options trader from 11:30 to 12:30. And I think throughout the day, we're going to be seeing some heightened volatility. We've got an ongoing catalyst event 24/7 right now with the unrest in the Middle East. We can go from a slow ranging market to a trending market very quickly. One news report can send the markets soaring or tumbling. All right, Gerald. Oh my God. You're kidding me. Well, I'll tell you, if it was still a problem, today was the day with all this volatility. So I feel good about it, Gerald, but let's not count our chickens. An option spot? Believe it or not, we're actually working on something like that now that uses ChatGPT. We are playing around with it. It's not available. It's not available yet. But perhaps in the future it will be. Here we go. Here's another long entry on the power play on the micros. Let's see if we can get this one to get some follow through the upside. I'd always like to bring my profit goal. Well, it's right at resistance, which is a good place for it. That bot trading the micros is up $334 this session. Just broke the VWAP. Now there's no risk on this trade. If this breaks support, we do have some room to the downside. We're trying to get in our leapfrog. Once the leapfrog kicks in, you can let the good times roll. Come on, push down. Push down. And a nail biter. This thing's going to come flying out of this area of consolidation. Bam, here we go. We are in the leapfrog. We got some running room to the downside. Look out below. Here's a trade with very little risk that has the potential for big rewards. Got wicked out, but we're up to 464, trading 3 micros. Wow, that thing took right off to the upside. Power play long. Getting the blue high volume candles here. See if we can get some follow through the upside. Came back on us. Bouncing off the 15. The most conservative? The leapfrog, well, actually this leapfrog that's on this particular bot, I could see the open offset is a lot wider than what we normally use, which when this volatility might be better. But normally it's a little more conservative than this one, MD. The leapfrog, we can control the size of the offset between your stop and your profit target. This one is using a little more of a liberal offset. The most conservative is probably the ES30 star or the ES30 range, the moneymaker, or we call it the star, ES star. The ES on a 30 range is a pretty conservative strategy. Took a few losers in a row on that MNQ power play. The market's gotten a lot choppier. Let's take a quick look at gold. Where are we at? 53.48. Let's take a look at our retirement plan on gold. See where that account balance is at. Just out of curiosity. It's at $180. The 30 range Austin moneymaker has tighter stops and a more conservative profit goal, not as ambitious. On a 30 range, on what I was really referring to is the number of entries on the ES30 range. It doesn't take as many trades as the 8 Unirenko. It takes okay. Your next question was less trades. Yes, the 30 range takes a lot less trades than the 8 Unirenko. You'll find this ES scalper on the 8U is in a lot more trades. Here we go, right back into the VWAP. VWAP is obviously a big area of support that we're trying to break through. If we break through it, we do have some daylight to the downside. No risk on the trade. Here we go. Let's get one good, nice push. Here we go. Oh, it froze my leapfrog. I could tell by the way it's shaking. Sometimes that'll happen. When there's a big spike in volume, sometimes it freezes my leapfrog and it won't jump. It'll just stay static. Yeah, we don't want to be a you-know-what over a tick. It froze up my leapfrog. It's not unusual for the MNQ to have 12,000 contracts a minute. This counter that you see here, absolutely. Sometimes less is more. This counter that you see on the bottom of my chart, and this green counter that's at 900 here, that's contracts per minute volume. We're in short again on the power play. If the power play is taking these entries short, one of the conditions of the entry is my 20 Unorenco price must be below the 50 in order for this 30 range to execute the trade. So it has to have a multi-time frame alignment of trend on our higher time frame, which is the 20 Unorenco. Here we go. Now we're in the leapfrog. We've got a beautiful opportunity on this short move. Bounced off support. Yeah, we have, 4 different triggers, MD. Some are looking for reversals on a signal A entry. Some of them are trend trades on a signal B. Some of them are pullback and goes. So we have a number of different triggers that we're using. The system has a machine learning algorithm that learns which triggers work the best in which trading environments. Or we could just have them take all the triggers. Either way. ES30, which triggers is the ES30 taking? A, B, and C. If you do decide to come aboard, we have a really nice video. It's only about 40 or 45 minutes long, but it goes into depth and tells you how each trigger works. We have some also conditions that are part of the strategy, and we can make them as conservative or aggressive as we want. Nothing is hard-coded or written in stone, so to speak. All right, I believe it's right about Miller time.
Let's do it.
Hey, Mark.
What's up, Rory?
Good to see you. I hope you have a great day trading.
Awesome. Thank you. How'd your day go?
Good, good. I actually reached my profit goal on the ES scalper.
Oh,
250 across all 3 accounts, so we stopped right there.
boom. High five, brother.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Boom.
Have a great day.
Great day.
Uh-huh.
All right, here we go. We're rocking and rolling. I'm Mark Miller, the owner of Right Line Trading. We've got a couple of bots in here making some noise today. Let me add my screen. Da-na-na-na. Share my screen here. Okay, we're up and rolling. See you, Rory. Have a great day. Okay, we've got Mark Miller's screen up now. It's Miller time. Welcome, everybody. I appreciate you joining us today. Here we go. We got a little bit of live action, hopefully. Anybody trading last night, 6 o'clock? Wasn't just me, was it? That was exciting last night. Oof. Thing was going crazy. Way to go. Good job. Way to go. I see somebody out there's got some money making. I've got the a couple of strategies running on my Take Profit Trader account here. I'm running the ES Moneymaker, which has been crushing it. Here we go. We got the ES Moneymaker right here. It's up $60 right now. It's up $2,500 for the night. I started it last night, 6:00 p.m. I'm in this trade here on my my Take Profit Trader account, both of these. So running the M&Q, running 4 of them. Right here, we're running $98. We're running $100 here. We go. We got $100 bill. $100 bill on both of them. I'm using this trade copier over here. We're running our strategies through the trade copier into the Take Profit Trader accounts. All right, we got a nice little trade there. Pop down, got a little bit of nugget. We're in this ES trade. This is the ES Moneymaker. I see some of the questions there. MDS. Let me share the. Let me share our trade performance. So if you know Ninja Trader has a really awesome trade performance data analysis tool, and this thing can get you right down into the nuts and bolts of every single trade, from the entry price to the exit price to the we call it the MAE, MFE, how far price moves with inside that that trade. This is our moneymaker strategy right here for the month of February. So typically this strategy will take somewhere between 3 and 10 trades a day, somewhere in that range. On the lower end, today is 3-2. So it's taken 4 trades so far today. It's up 11.20. Let me just push generate again. So I hit generate to make sure that it's up to date. Yeah, so it's still up to date here. It's up $10,600 over the month. Each one of these is each day of how it's done each day. So the biggest drawdown day was 2,800. The biggest winning day was 6,000. And again, as it accumulates throughout the month, this one's up 10,600 for the month. So that's our numeral. Well, I don't even know. Let me go back over here and make sure that's our number one. I think that probably is the number one. Let's see. Yeah, my ES star, so my NQ best bot is up 4,800. Look like it's traded recently. I had a little issue with my computer here. Okay, I got a little indecision on my ES trade over here. Trade safely. I've got a couple of strategies that I'm using on the Take Profit Trader accounts right now. I'm using these right over here. I'm running right here's how it works. So I'm running these 3 different strategies. 3 different strategies into this thing called the live account. The live account is passing it through the trade copier into the Take Profit Trader accounts. So I use a trade copier over here. Okay, we're starting to move in our direction now, going north. Market's whipsawing pretty quick right now. Over here, I'm looking at an 8 Unorenko chart. So it's a 820.40 on the NQ. On the ES, I'm looking at a 410.20. So it's another Unorenko bar. If we pop through this resistance right up here, we'll take this trade automatically. Just waiting to get a little bit of breathing room. About to launch, going north. Heading up north here. This ES30 range Revo has been pretty hot lately. Seems like every morning I wake up, I see that one in the 20 range here. Yep. Seem to be on my leaderboard pretty frequently. Price hitting little resistance up here at 930. Let me pop this thing in, man. This is something I was messing with the other day. Boom shakalaka. Here we go. We're going to go north here in a second, I think. My signal B is about ready to go fire off. All right, I think Susan has done quite a bit of work with these. The three bagger, it just brought back the memories. Thanks, Suzanne. Suzanne in Discord here has been making a lot of improvements to the strategy. So Suzanne, thank you. Right here, if you're new to Right Line Trading, we have quite a active Discord, and appreciate everybody who joins us here in Discord. We're looking for win-wins. So, create an environment where we can have a consistent strategy, take entries for everybody, and everybody get a similar result. Now, if you trade futures at all, you know that even if you take 10 contracts and you buy them, you're going to get filled at different prices. So the reality is that we don't all end up with the same exact numbers. It just doesn't. I wish it did. I wish it was like going to the grocery store and buying something for $5 and we all buy it for $5, but it doesn't. It's only whatever's available. So, but anyway, thank you, Suzanne, and everybody else who's participated here in the dialogue. Really, really great stuff. I woke up this morning and there were 35 new messages here in the general chat. So, way to go, team. Appreciate it there. I'll have to read up on that here shortly. Make sure this thing didn't stop trading because of the time. So inside these strategies, we left them all jailbroke for you. So you can get in here and mess with all of them. And we have some full automation here that's really, really helpful. Trust me, I bought this business because I could never get this from anybody. There would always, black box. I never knew what the heck was going on in there. And I wanted to deliver something to the community that we could all work on together. And that's what we've done here. And I'm just looking at the times. Okay, so this right here is the start time and the end time. And to make it run 24 hours a day, you just set them both to the same exact time. So this one will run really, truly 23 hours. Well, actually, let me. I've been programming machines for years. So I started as electrical engineer. Well, I first went to the Army first and then studied electrical engineering. So I've been programming machines and stuff for a long, long time. And there's always more to it. If you try to talk high level, you forget a lot of the details. But we really don't trade 24 hours a day. The futures market closes at 5 p.m. and then reopens at 6 p.m. So it's down for 1 hour. But we have all these automated bots actually stopping at 3:59 with 30 seconds. And we do that so that at the close that we don't have any contracts that we're holding into the close. So all of your bots close at 3:59 in 30 seconds. And the reason that is because of this parameter right down here. This parameter right here, that's how many seconds. Exit on session close seconds. So from the session close at 5 p.m., 3,636 seconds less would be 3:59 and 30. So I just wanted to check that out. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Let's take a look at the broader market, and I've got this this really cool candle that we're working on. This is new stuff, new Hikinachi candle. So let me grab the other one. This one's the MES. Let me grab the ES. So we're working on this new candle. It's a Hikinachi candle. We're automating it right now. Sergio's working behind the scenes, and we're going to be taking the entry on these Hikinachi candles, and then exiting on the Hikinachi candle if we get one in the reverse direction. I had some pretty nice calls last night. Called to sell here up there early. Could have rode that bad boy down, caught that buy, rode that sucker up. So it's got a little bit of intelligence here behind it. It looks like we're going down one more time. My ES best spot, it's my numero uno. It only took a couple of trades last night. Here's where my best spot took trades. So we put the marker on the chart when it takes the trade. So last night it took a long entry, C long, had a first target right there. It took a C short entry. Man, it followed that sucker down right down to here. It sold at 67.90. This is the moneymaker. This is the moneymaker strategy. It took a long entry. You can't really see it, but it's right there. Took a long entry going up. It stopped out right there. Took a short right here, and it stopped out right there. Another short, another stop out. So it's at 2,600 right now. That's the ES best buy. And it was following the moneymaker last night when I was watching it. Okay, we jumped in a trade over here. Didn't even see it. We got a $100 trade now. Okay, got a nice little nugget there. Okay, we jumped in again. It's this one. Running 4 contracts on the M&Q to a take profit trader account. If you would, and you're out there enjoying this, if you would please give us a thumbs up here. We're trying to get this video to go a little bit viral. See if we can make some money, have some fun here at Right Line Trading. Come on. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble on this one. Boom, shot. Boy, it's nice to see the market move up, huh? All of our 401ks are loving that. Thought we were going down the basement last night, so that was great news. We did. We hit the basement. That's for damn sure. We hit the basement. We went down there to 67.70 on the E-mini. All right, that was a nice strong buy signal right there, huh? Ooh. Nice block orders they placed on that dude. Making a nice move up now. Looks like gold had a little bit of a pullback, didn't it? Wow, was that 5,400? 50 points. Here's where we are. We're running the E-mini NASDAQ 100 futures. We're trading the March 26 contract. And there's where we are, right there. Nvidia's up big. $181. It did top 204 the other day. That was after market close the other day on the earnings report. I saw it hit 204. Trying to go long here in the M&Q, going long the ES. A couple of them going long. We're running 4 contracts on the M&Q, breaking even. Got a $25 bill on the MES right now. Jump back in. Trying to go north. Got a lot of push to the upside, but holding right at 920. A lot of movement right here. A lot of price exchanging. A lot of volume. This strategy on the right is a 4 contract strategy, and each loser is $100. And the winner varies because we've got leapfrog technology that can, really run up the score. Depends on where price goes, but it's typically set at about $300, 3-to-1. Took a short trade now. Bad short trade here coming out of the box there. Huh. Down 50. Working through the 24,900 range. A lot of volume right in this range, that's for sure. Woo. A lot of action, a lot of price action right here. About to shoot up, ain't it? Look at this thing. About to launch. Oh boy. One more liquidity grab. Down 50. Down 100. Man, I got into chop again, didn't I? Holy moly. Come on, baby. Mack truck's coming up here. Got the Mack truck. We got a $50 trade on the MES. M&Q jumped in going long. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Here we go. Let's go. Come on, Bull. All right, we got a $100 trade now on the right and a $50 trade on the left. We're in alignment. Let's make a run for it. Our stop just flew up. See if we can get a little leapfrog action going on. Our leapfrog technology senses when the price gets close to the target, and then our target moves out of the way and the stop flies up. Haven't been able to get any here lately. It's been a hard session since it opened. Last night they were going crazy though. It was going all over last night. NQ hit 950 again, 24,950. Hope we clear that 25,000 number again here today. Looks like we're heading that way. Let's head to 25,000, everybody. Come on. Take this one out and get back in with 5 contracts here. Okay, we got a right-hand trade here. M&Q going north. Got 4 contracts. We're breaking even. We're losing $100. Uh-oh, here we go. We got this break-even trade. Trying to clear this this volume zone with price here on the right. We'll jump back in with the MES scalper here in a second. Okay, we got a $50 trade now in the M&Q. Mack truck, look at that bad boy. Woo. Coming up the leaderboard, got a $1,000 trade on the Mack truck right now. Look at that Mack truck. Sheesh. Old Mack truck's an old leapfrog. It's got a $1,200 trade, the old Mack truck. Took a C entry right back here at 914. Mack truck's up $900. All right, we're in this trade here. We got a $100 trade now. We got a $100 trade on the M&Q. Our stop should fly up here shortly. Man, it got a little colder down here in Miami Beach, and I caught a cold right away. Boom, just like that. All right, here we go. Come on, we got 2 trades now. Everybody's going north. Everybody grab on. Grab the old shit handle. Let's go. We're breaking resistance here on the ES the whole day. From the opening session, we're now starting to move higher. Yellow candle isn't good for me over here. Oof. Yellow, bad, 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 bad. Yellow means a high volume going south. Blue means high volume going north. Good one for discretionary traders. Gives you an indication of high volume. When it turns around on you, it's a good idea to take it and hit the road with it. Got me right at the very bottom of that little one, didn't it? Come on. All right, we're locked in again, going north. Uh-oh. Oh, yellow again. No. Ah, come on, baby. Oh, man. Okay, we see the 25,000 in the windshield. We got 25,000 on our mind right here. Let's go. One more big push. There we go. Old blue. Old maize and blue. Anybody from Michigan? Here we go. We got the maize and blue out here. Oh boy. Come on, baby. Darn it. Missed that one. We got the ES over here, still hanging in there. Showing signs of weakness here now. Looks like the pivot might be holding for us. Here we go. We're going to buy them all back right here, I'm guessing. Let's bounce off the 950. High volume. Put a little poll out there. Curious what you guys think. We're coming up on that 25,000, but got rejected. Now we're back around 950. You guys think it'll head back north here, or are we going back down? Is the fun over? Oh, wow, Gerald, awesome. That's great news. I see that you said that your computer didn't freeze up. That's great news. Awesome. Oh, Mike, I hope you get yours fixed. If you get time, jump on Brock's calendar or Rory's calendar, see if you can get that thing looked at. Yeah, I know I've had to restart a few times too. It sucks, man. Especially when you lose your data. That's the hardest one. Ugh. It's the way it goes. All right, I'm down 50 on the M&Q here. Trying to go north. Still up 290. I'm trading the ES scalper in this take profit trader account right now. I'm down 200 on this trade. I got 5 MES contracts. Trying to go long. ES. It's upside down a little here. We're getting definitely a big pullback now again. My bot took a short trade on the M&Q, 4 contracts. Caught a high volume going south. Da-na-na-na. All right, Rue, what's happening? Good to see ya. Rue, what you trading, Rue? Okay, Bushwhacker made the call here. 7 minutes, 11:30. All right, GC's in the house, Rue. Boom, baby. Looked like a little pullback today, wasn't it? think I saw, I looked at it a minute ago. It looked like it did a little bit of a pullback, about 50 points here recently. Whew. And Q's holding tight. The bushwhackers got us going north here. We've got David Wise coming up here in a few minutes. He'll be sharing his screen and talking through some options trades. We've got an options bot we're working on. AI, come to find out, is perfect for like options trading because it's such a complicated setup. And AI is really good at words and letters, so it's really good at this complicated options activity. We tried putting David Wise's brain into it. Tried programming him. Sergio met with him for a couple hours and tried to, you know, what'd they say, pick his brain? We picked his brain. And we put it into the bot. The bot's now got David Wise's brain. True story. That's a true story. That's where we developed these Hikinachi candles too. Huh. Guess I can't do it. I got a bit of a hedge going on this account right now. I'm going long on the ES, going short on the M and Q. So I'm up like 150 here, down 300 there. So I'm really down 150 together. Okay, we got the leapfrog. We're in $200 trade now. $200 trade, M and Q. 350 loser over here on the left on the MES. Okay, we're out MES. Scalper got smoked there. And we got a leapfrog going on the right. Oh, we got a $200 trade. We jumped in on the MES now. Uh-oh, bushwhacker. I'm going south, man. You said we're going north. We got 4 minutes, though. This might be a liquidity sweep that we don't even realize. The big banks got the big pockets. They can do that. We're following institutional money here. And we got a $300 trade now. It's going to 4. Starting to pick up some steam. Oh, leapfrog ripping off $300. And we got a $100 trade on the MES now. Here we go, leapfrog. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a drink of water. Keep on leaping, baby. Keep on a leap. Good trade right there, huh? Ooh, put us back in the green. Nice short trade. Well, we're holding a short trade on the MES too. We're up $200. $250. That's what automation does for us. We just sit around, watch it, stare at it, critique it. $200 trade in the MES. Ooh, got the best spot in here. MES best spot jumped in. What's the best spot found? MES best spot's in. If you would, please give us a thumbs up on your way out. If you enjoyed the broadcast today, we can try to get this thing up to 20 thumbs up today. It would be nice. We would appreciate it here at Right Line Trading. Got a whole team of people here. Whole team of people ready here to help you out. If we can help you, we'll do it. And we're going south here. We got a south trade here going short. MES and the M&Q going short. Bushwhacker, we got 1 minute. Oh, we passed our time, Bushwhacker. We got a $500 trade over here. Oh, that's the or the best spot. Sorry about that. Dun. Here's my my trade going to my prop account. We try to make some money, have some fun today. Come on. Join us here at Right Line Trading. Got a $200 trade on the MES, breaking even on the M&Q. $6,000, Haru. I think I saw 5,400. What's the highest it's been so far? 54? A little higher, 55. Got short trades here, both of them. Here goes. Bushwhack is still calling it. He found the floor. We found the floor. 24,850. Still going hard. Bots are still going hard, going south. $100 trade now. $250 trade on the left. Okay, almost, huh? used to work with a guy, and he turned 55, and he told me it was double nickels. And I said, what is that? Well, it took me like 10 minutes to figure that out. What's double nickels? He's 55 years old. I'm going to be double nickels real soon. 3 more years. Ding. Got a $250 trade on the MES and a $100 trade on the M&Q here. Got a yellow candle. That's a high volume low short candle. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Bushwhacker. Bushwhacker called this thing. Way to go. We're not going to be a fool here. All right, David stepped into the room. David, what's happening? Dun.
Contract profit real quick, but that's about it.
Okay. I
don't
got
see
you up
anything.
there.
I don't see anything to trade right now. I'm just this is a day that I call LPTE, which means low probability trading environment, which means keep the number of trades down, and if you take anything, get out quick.
Yep, that's a good call, David. Things are whiplashing here for us.
Yep, all over the place. But how you doing over there?
You know, I've got one account that I did really good last night, and this other one is on life support. So
Really?
I'm 1 for 1.
Oh, that's not bad, but yeah, that overnight was a wild. It's interesting how fast silver and gold came back down after that big gap up this morning overnight.
Oh, I know. We just looked at gold a few seconds ago. I think it dropped like 50 points or so there.
Yeah, it's a big drop in oil and not oil in silver and gold. Silver was up 10% last night.
Wow, really?
Silver was up 10%. It's down 6% now.
Oh, man.
Big changes in that. And oil is actually gapped way up, of course. It's pretty much holding its own right now. It hasn't come down too much. But everything else, nothing else, you know, when wars start like this, when you go into battle like this, a lot of people think that it's going to have a big effect in the market. It usually just has a quick effect initially, and then it just doesn't do much after that. Usually it doesn't really hurt corporate earnings very much unless you're like an airlines or a oil stock or a silver stock or something.
Yeah, good point. Businesses don't change the way they do their business overnight, right? It's not
no,
like
they
that.
don't. And most of the it's not going to affect them very much unless they're related. You know, unless they cruise lines are going to be impacted because of the cost of oil. Same thing as airlines are going to get impacted by the cost of oil. It gets more expensive, so that they tend to drop in these kind of situations.
All right, David, if you want to share your screen, I can
almost
hit the road jack, as they say. We got the old leapfrog here. We got a $200 trade now. We're up on, we got a couple of them going here.
Good.
$200 and $100 trade right now. Everything's going north. Bushwhacker just told us.
Beautiful.
He did. He called it. He was right, too. Thing did a U-turn. All right, David, I'll slip away if you share your screen there.
I'm going to share it right now. Thanks a lot, Mark. Okay. Have a good one.
All right. You too. Yep, bye now.
All right. All right, just started the YouTube feed up. Again, low probability trading environment right now. Thoughts on workday chart bouncing off the 8 today, Sacklin? Into the downside. I don't. Again, my take on this market right now is it's not really tradable. SPY is just, you can see it's trying to bounce back up again after pulling down with a high volume candles to the downside, now bouncing back up again. I don't have any confidence in any direction of the market right now. Workday, I mean, this is workday here. You're looking at a potential short setup as the stock moves down, moves up through the 8, comes back down through it. But this could go either way. I just don't I don't see it as a high probability setup here right now. I don't see very much as high probability setups right now, to tell you the truth. Q's trying to bounce. Again, tech was one I liked, but for a short side, but it's not doing anything. Again, this is low probability trading environment. You know, try not to take very many trades today, if any, because unless we get some movement in the market. Right now, this is really pretty horrible price action. I'm sure there's some good ones out there I haven't come across. I mean, yep, exercise caution is a good idea right now in this whole market. SPY try to bounce back up again over the pivot point here.
Members being posted in the news as President Trump participating in the medal honor ceremony.
Welcome in there, YouTube folks. Again, this is a low probability trading environment, what I call an LPTE. Market trying to bounce here a little bit, but it's SPY is green now, but just a bit after that big huge drop this morning. Is the chart on that. You can see the big drop here this morning, and now it's kind of floating up. This white line right here is a pivot point, which is pretty much the level for where we ended Friday. And now it's slightly above the pivot point, but it's been going back and forth off it in the VWAP all morning. I haven't really traded anything. I did trade GLW as an UMCAT trade this morning right here. I made $100 a contract profit there on that little move. Right now, I haven't touched anything since then. I don't really see anything to trade right now. I mean, there's probably some out there, but I haven't come across anything. Listen, LPTE means low probability trading environment. Don't try to force trades here. You know, if you don't have the setups, don't take them. It's way too risky. So right now, I'm not seeing anything to try to trade. Even these cascading up stocks really not doing very much. You know, it's very long compressions on these things. Mosaic, we got a few to the downside. It's cheap stock, cheap stock. It's PSKY, that was a big winner for us on Friday, 140%, 150% winner on Friday to the downside, to the upside, I mean, right here. We traded it here, on here, and then we traded it here. Two beautiful, these are high volume candlesticks in the SPY super system. White candlesticks are high volume to the upside, yellow candlesticks are high volume to the downside. You see where it's not doing much here today. We did have a pretty big opening candle this morning. That's the Paramount Skydance is what PSK is. Why is there? And they're the one that's in the deal for Warner Brothers takeover. There's Warner Brothers bouncing a little bit this morning. Hey, Nizzy, thoughts on COHR? All-time high, so no resistance. Yeah, I looked at this a little bit earlier today on COHR. It's a nice setup. It's a bit extended on the 8. The 8 is on this. It's 259. It's trading at 294. So 259 to 294 is a pretty good stretch. About what, $40? About $40. It has an ATR of about $19, maybe 20. So yeah, it's pretty far extended. I would say. Trading at 294, like I said, with an 8 exponential moving average at 259. And so I guess about 35 points. So yeah, it's not quite 2 ATRs extended. It's about a 1.5 ATRs extended. So under that circumstances, you could actually trade it. I think I would stick to a intraday trade on it. And I don't really see anything volume wise on this thing that's particularly exciting. I mean, it's just moving sideways. Had a couple of little high volume candles, but not very much. Banks try to bounce up here. Oil is just moving just flat as a pancake. Silver and gold came down really hard after their silver actually gapped down this morning, even though it was way up overnight in the futures market. Gold also came down. I'm going to look for some more trades. I'm not finding anything right now. NVIDIA moving up here nicely today, up about 3%. Coming off a big low. I mean, it bounced right off the 200-day moving average this morning. Right there. Bounced off the 200, big move. Tesla bounced off the 200-day moving average this morning as well. Right up to this algo line. Right through this resistance level. Get some more resistance just above. There goes the SPY now heading up. Sophie is another financial services company coming off the low. A lot of the financials are bouncing here today. Market coming up. These stocks are going down. FLO. No big volume though. PSKY we mentioned, moving in, moving down, moving down. Donut. Just don't see a lot of volume in any of these things right now. Market internals moving up here right now. All right, let me check, see if we have any questions. I'm not finding anything to trade here. Market again it's gone green. Market's slightly green. What's the afternoon going to bring? No clue here. The oil has gapped up this morning, pulled back, pretty compressed right now. Silver and gold, surprisingly, are down quite a lot right now. From their overnight gap ups, they've really come down really hard. Hey, Sarine. Anything that looks good can reverse immediately in either direction. Yep, exactly. He's nothing to follow here. Silver, yeah, it gapped down this morning, but it was way up in futures overnight. I was watching the SI overnight, and it was up about almost 10% this overnight last night, and after the market opened, and then it fell apart this morning. Yeah, gold gapped up, silver. It's I don't get it. Again, so I don't trade these things except off the technical setups. That's it. When I get technicals, I can follow something. If I'm trying to interpret what something's going to do based on something that happens, it's to me, I'm wasting my time. I'm just guessing, same as most everybody else is, even though they get paid to put out these ideas. I mean, oil moving up was going to be pretty obvious, but this market in terms starting to slip a little bit. Really not. I don't see anything tradable here. Oil didn't go up as much as expected it to. Yeah, I mean, it was up about 7-8%. It was up 10% one time overnight, but pretty big bounce. Why does oil move up in times of war? Well, in this particular case, oil's moved up because there's going to be a disruption in the oil market. Well, first of all, Iran generates quite a bit of oil, which is just going to slow that down. But the biggest reason is because there's so much oil that goes through the Gulf of Hormuz over there, coming through. All the oil tankers go through that little strait right off of Iran, which they're now not going through. Insurance companies have all pulled insurance for any tankers that go through there from getting blown up, which means they've either got to anchor someplace, they got to turn around and try to find another way. So that's gonna disrupt the oil supply. That's why. Yeah, Iran controls the Strait of Hormuz as much as possible. I mean, not much is going to go through there. It's too risky. I mean, it's too risky. Even if they didn't control it, they can attack those ships out there. So that disrupts the oil market. That sends the oil price of oil up, and as a subset of that, it hurts airlines because they have to obviously they got to fuel the planes. Plus, there's a lot of grounded flights now in the whole Middle East, so they're losing routes for the time being right now, losing revenue off of that. Again, I don't trade off of fundamental stuff. I consider that fundamental. The oil disruption, all that kind of stuff. I just trade off of technical setups. Just watching the charts, looking at support resistance levels, watching volume, all the things that we do here with that criteria. What's the daily chart look like? Is the bullet bearish? What's the 5-minute chart look like? What's the SPY super system telling us? What the institutions are doing? You look at the SPY, there's just nothing here that can tell you that you're going to have any kind of a direction. It's just going back and forth, back and forth. This whole oscillator is bouncing around. It's trying to move up right now, but it did over here and it came right back down again. Palantir having a good day. It's pretty close to resistance right now. This tech still looks like a short setup. Right. See if we get any questions in YouTube. Hey, Bushwhacker. Hey, nice to see you. Yeah, I know you were calling out in the AI room. Nice job. Very nice. Have a great day. Again, I like to recommend some trades, or at least go over some things that look good. Today, it's what's called, I call it LPTE, low probability trading environment. It's just very difficult to trade this kind of a market. So consequently, you don't really have any high probability trade setups. So there's way more risk in taking trades right now than there would be on a day we had a regular probability trading day. This is low probability. It's not a good day for trading. I mean, the SPY super system is telling us that on the SPY by the oscillator just going up and down. There's no consistency here at all. Market has bounced a lot. You can see it had a big bounce up, and it is trying to move up steadily, but not going far. MSTR, Bitcoin starting to pull down a little bit. Coin coming in a little bit. Yeah, and I still like this tech. It's too bad you can't trade the options. Hey, Nissy, can I walk you through my thoughts on PG currently? Yeah, sure. See if I can get that chart to come up. I think it's really slow for some reason sometimes. I'm replacing here. I'm going to move my TC2000 chart over here. I don't know if you're going to get to see it on there or not, Nissy. But yeah, but what you're saying is, it's as long as it holds the 8, I'm fine with this. I mean, I even am okay if as long as it holds the 8 and the 15. If you see where this is gone, I don't know if you bring up a chart, I'm not sure if you can or not, but right here on the 15 EMA is held multiple times here recently. So yeah, it's a pullback. That's fine. I don't mind the pullback as long as the holds the 8, especially it needs to hold the 15, but if it holds the 8, we're okay. If it bounces back up above the 166.04, I would probably get some more. You can see mine. Okay, cool. So there it is right there. You can see that there's the TC2000 chart on it. There's the 8 exponential moving average right there. Had some nice volume Friday, bounced up above this 166.04. That's where I want to see it get above. But as long as it holds the 8 and the 15, I'm okay. See how it's held the 8 and the 15 there? It held it there. This thing has a fairly good history of holding the 8 and 15 during this uptrend that we're in right now. Does that mean it's going to work? Of course not. Okay, so any questions in the room? I got a few here. You know, some people that went to Dubai and got stuck there. It's around, yeah. Hey, William, figure approaching figure algo, 129 to 227. Look at that. Yeah, I'm watching on FIGR. I'm watching this 8 and 15 right here. The 8 especially, it hit this resistance here, 2902. Looking for this to go down to 2504, but this is the range it's in here. It does have an algo line, as you mentioned here, coming down. Just 2 touches though, nothing dramatic. I actually prefer it if there was a wick on one of these candles right here, for an algo line. So I'm much more interested in the 8 and the 15 here on that one. AVAZ, Sutherland at 272. Yeah, it's just, you can't trade the options on it. I mean, it's just keeps dropping like a stone. But look at the options; they're $3-4 spread. It's way too easy to get trapped in those things. Yeah, tech is a great setup. I do like that. Took shares half position. Okay, yeah, I like it. I like this. It is. FIG, not an algo. Okay, it's TC2000 colored candle wrong at 129. I keep seeing that goes red. It should be blue and vice versa. Okay, on some dailies. That's interesting. Holy compression. Yeah, it's compressed. Despise compressing is right. So just moving sideways. Again, AVAV, you would have made money on the puts, but the risk is huge because they're so. First of all, they're very expensive because they got earnings tomorrow, and they've got these things jacked up to the moon, and they've got them spread out really, really wide. I mean, if you look at it, it's trading at 210. So if I take the 207.50 puts, they're $14 by 17.20. That's out of the money. In the money, 212.50s, 16.10 by 19.80. So I mean, we're talking $3.50-4 spread on these things. I mean, that's crazy. AVAV, by the way, has a support at about 203.70. 203.70. Anything you were missing that's keeping me in the trade on PG? No, not really. I mean, watching the 8 and the 15, got plenty of time on it. It's just one day of trading, and the market's down today. Well, it's not down now, but it's down pretty hard early on. So a lot of stuff came down with it. SPY just not doing anything. Again, just a low probability trading environment here, which means don't take very many trades. About 12:13. After all this excitement here, this big gap down this morning, market's not doing anything. AVAV starting to bounce just a tiny bit. Tech bouncing just a bit. There's not much going on. PG still down here, kind of low for the day. And healthcare trying to bounce a little. Not much going on. Again, low probability trading environment means don't do much. Don't take very many trades, if any. All right, look for see if I can find anything with some high volume. All right, see if we have any questions here now. I'm not doing anything. I mean, I'm just watching. Seeing this for $3 scalp off the VWAP cross. Thank you very much, William. Scalping is about all you can do right now. You know, it's $3, $620 stocks. It's expensive. Just seeing this right there moving off the VWAP. Again, very expensive. AV, just moving sideways now. I still like tech as a short. I just don't know how to trade it. The options are crazy. About 1224, market creeping up, just creeping. It's buy up 0.15% right now. Back up above the 100-day moving average safely, soundly. Q's moving up as well. IWM up a little bit. It's up the most. It's about 0.5% up. AV, that one that was dropping so hard, starting to turn back down again. Tech, I still like tech as a short setup. I don't know if it's going to do anything, and I don't know what to do for options on it. So I can't really do much with it. Take a little bounce. AV still coming in a little bit. No high volumes on it now, though. Procter & Gamble trying to bounce a little bit. Just nothing here that I want to try to trade in the market. As I've been saying here for the last couple of hours, market internals are just chopping up and down, up and down, up and down. Nothing here to, I don't think anything here to trade. I can't find any SPY super system trades. I can't find any UMCAT trades. Hey, Jonathan, what specific criteria do we look for to call out an LPTE? It's not very complicated. I look at the SPY and I see what the SPY is doing, and I see this big gap down and then this nice move up. So we get a nice move up. This looks fairly bullish. We get to the pivot point. We chop around. We chop around. We chop around. There is no direction to this market. I mean, it's moving up off the low, obviously, but it's so much compression. There's just not much follow through at all. So it's basically following the 8 exponential moving average here, but the 8's flat as a pancake. So as the 8 flattens out like this and the SPY doesn't go anywhere, that's low probability trading environment. You don't have any market tailwind to trade with at all. So it's going up, it's going down. That's what LPTE means. Low probability trading environment based on what the market is doing. About 12:33. You're going to take lunch here in about 10 minutes. AV still coming in. Options still crazily wide. Watching the AV. I was watching the 207.50s. They went from, I mean, the spread was really wide on them. They went from about 1440 to right now they're at 1780 by 2060. $3 wide spread. So you would have made money on them if you took the calls or took the puts and stayed in them. But there's always a big risk of them going against you pretty hard. Now there is a lot of that premium is in there because of earnings tomorrow, so it's not going to deteriorate as much as it could. But the spread is just so wide. Still coming in though. Very, very flat market here. This is just pretty garbagey. Again, I'm going to stop and take lunch here in a couple minutes. I'm really not anxious to dive into anything right now. I don't see anything I would consider high probability. AVAV was a nice high probability short, but it was tough to try to take, and it has earnings tomorrow, which means you can't really hold it. So you have to catch it during one of its moves down, which it's been doing fairly consistently today. I don't see a lot of volume though on anything. CCJ, a nice little move up. Looks like it's got a little bit of volume, not much, a little bit here and there. All right. Any questions? And I'm going to get ready to have some lunch. Not really contributing much right now today. FSOY is pretty nice. Thanks, Sarang. Yeah, it's a nice setup in FSOY, Fastly. PBO, a nice PBO in the daily chart right there. It's a pretty nice setup, pretty nice move. Trying to break out. Yeah, I like that. FSLY is a nice setup right there, right there. Had some nice high volume candles this morning. That was yesterday, never mind, Friday. High volume moving up here right at the open. Improving pretty sideways, but the daily chart's pretty nice setup. That's an interesting setup on that. Nice look on that one. It's running very nice. All right, let me see if any questions on YouTube. Hey, Nissy. Umcats, yeah, it's called OOMCAT. I have videos on all it. I do them in the room, in my own room over here, and I mention them over here when I see them. It's out of the money catalyst trades. I have specific criteria that I need for them. They're very, very accessible when you get them, if you follow the criteria, and they've got to be very specific, because otherwise I would not recommend doing any kind of out of the money puts and calls. But these work pretty well. After I've been running it since November 17th, up through Friday, I have an 87% win rate on it, but a profit factor of 5.01, which is a huge profit factor. But the specifics, they have to be very, very specific. I had one this morning in GLW. It was a very quick trade, but in for about $500 a contract, out for $600 a contract in about 7 or 8 minutes. But it met the criteria. Haven't had very many other than that today. But yes, last week we had a lot of them. So it just depends. But that's what it is. It's an out of the money catalyst trade, and there's a lot of criteria that you need for it. And I outline it in my videos in the room, and we talk about it in the room all the time. So it's basically a strategy that is in my room, my options room, for trading these cats. It's an intraday trade, so they're all intraday trades. You can't be under PDT rules and trade these. And FSLY looks like a pretty good swing trade. I would be looking at the March 27th $18 calls. Pretty deep in the money. Spread is not terrible. They're 320 by 340 right now. So I took a few FSLY calls. I'm going to go ahead and put this one on here. FSLY. All right, so I'm buying the March. March 27th. $18 calls. And I paid $330 for them. Okay. FSLY. I'll put that alert out. Okay, I'm alerting of those. I don't know what the market's going to do, but this is a pretty nice setup on FSLY. It's not terribly extended, so we give it plenty of time. I also like GLW, different sector, so that would be okay with that. But I'm not going to do anything with it right now. Tenet Healthcare is coming in really pretty hard today. A lot of the healthcare drug manufacturers are coming in today. Lilly's down pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to get some lunch. Let me go ahead and in the YouTube feed. Hold on a sec. All right. Thank you very much, everybody from YouTube, for being here today. I appreciate it. Again, a very slow day, what we call LPTE. This is the low probability trading environment. Nothing you really want to be taking very many trades in, but I appreciate everybody who's been here. Thanks very much, Jesse. Appreciate it. And we'll see everybody back here on Tuesday about 11:30. Have a great afternoon. Trade well.